Over the last few years, national driving schools have acted irresponsibly. And the result where we are right now is that the driving school industry is sitting fairly and squarely on its arse. What they've done is they've opened the doors to anybody. And when I mean anybody, I mean like this. They've dangled carrots in front of people. Earn £30,000 a year. I'm not telling you anything new. Their recruitment policy. Well, they've not really had a recruitment policy, have they? You've got the money, you've got the cash, come on board. Is that right? To bring people on board who are not fit for our industry because they don't truly understand it? Is it right to bring people on board who do not know how to run a business, or if there's not information there to help them to run a business? It's wrong. It's caused major issues in our industry, and I've got a dream, and I'm going to try and change this. National driving schools will charge the ADI, without a car here, somewhere between £50 and £120 a week. Oh, and there's the discounts that you have to pay for out your pocket as well. Let's say you have a pupil where you have to do a half price lesson. So normally you charge £20 an hour, but you have to do 10 hours for 99 quid. Forget that you've got to do 5 hours at the beginning and 2 hours at the end. You've still got to do 10 hours for 99 quid. Now, let's say you had 10 of those hours this week spread over 4 pupils. So you're £100 down already. What if you charge £23 an hour normally? You're 130 quid down. And let's just stick another 50 quid on top for your franchise fee. Before you even get your car, put fuel in it, and put insurance in it, you're £180 down before you've even started. Is it any wonder ADIs are suffering? At the end of the week, all an ADI wants is to go home to be happy. What's happiness? To have not stressed themselves out by working too many hours, to have enough pupils on their diary, and have enough money in their pocket. Many instructors are struggling to even put food and having to go to places like payday loans to make ends meet. It's not right, it's not fair, and I'm going to help change it. It's going to take us some time to sort this industry out. And the reason is this. Look at the customers out there. What's their general perception of the industry? Is it professional? Not really. Is it cheap and cheerful? Yeah, cheap. And you get people phoning up saying, oh, I can get it cheaper than that. Oh, will you do it for me £16 an hour, £17 an hour, £18 an hour? That's what you get. Why? Because that is the message that's being put through them and drilled into their heads by these national adverts. It's wrong, it's not right, and it's not doing our industry any good. It's got to change, and I've got a plan. I've got a challenge for you. Tell me, which national driving school wants you to build your business? Yeah, all of them do, don't they? Because you see it, you've seen it in the notes. You know, we'll help you build your business. You know, we'll work the hours you want, do what you want to do. Garbage. Absolute, utter garbage. You're being hoodwinked. I tell you what building your own business is, and it's fun. And you should have a dream. First of all, you're not paying out £200 or £400 a month for just pupils and a diary. When you build a business, this is what you should do. You should learn how that business runs so you can stand on your own 2 feet. You should see value for money for the company that you're investing in. And you know what? You should be able to have a series of opportunities that you couldn't really have before. And what I'm talking about are ADIs working for you. And that's my challenge. Do you know any national driving school that will allow you to recruit an ADI who works for you, where the ADI pays you the cash? I don't. So how on earth can they offer a business? Your business is limited with these people. Let's look at the business model of a national franchise, and you'll see why you should never ever be in it. First of all, in my opinion, they do not want you to have a full diary. Because if you have a full diary for a protracted length of time, what are you going to do? Sooner or later, the penny will drop and you'll think, I can do this by myself, and you'll leave. Well, what are they going to get when you leave? They're going to get nothing. They're going to be £50 or £100 a week down. Let's look at it on the other side. If they don't supply you with enough pupils, then you're going to leave anyway, aren't you? Because you're not getting enough. So what they want you to do is be somewhere in between, like 60 or 70, 75% full, where you've got enough pupils not to leave and not enough pupils to leave. That makes sense. That's the business model of a national driving school. And they'll recruit more and more in your area. Does it make any sense at all? No, it doesn't. What are you going to be doing 6 months' time with this national driving school? I know what you'll be doing. You'll be doing the same amount of hours, paying the same amount of money. Is that what you want? I wouldn't. Before we move on and look at a solution to this, let's just sum it up. First of all, national driving schools, their tendency is to recruit anybody. If you've got the money, you're in the club. It's as simple as that. Where's the quality? I can't see it. You're paying £50 or £100 a week, or maybe even more, plus you've got to give away free lessons or free half lessons, which could equate in total to £150, £180, £200 a week before you start to make any money. And is it a business? Can you grow your business? No, you can't. Why? Because you're limited by the amount of hours you can work in a week. You can't do any more hours. You can't bring anybody on to work underneath you. And because you are starting so handicapped, like £150 or £200 down a week, with two arms tied around your back, working all the hours in a week that you can, when do you have your social time? When do you have your time with your family? When do you get time to enjoy yourself? And when do you get time to reinvest in yourself to improve you, your skills, and your knowledge? Not just for the betterment of you, but the betterment for the industry as well. Okay, let's look at a solution. I have a dream, and my dream is this. I want to sort out the industry. You might laugh at me, but it's what I want, and I'm going to go for it. Some of you will join me, some of you never will, some of you just sit back and watch. But you know what? I'm going to do my very level best. And there's somebody else in it with me, and his name is Mark Elliott. He's my business partner for ADI Bootcamp, and we've both got the same beliefs. We believe that the driving school industry is on its backside because of the things that we do to ourselves, and we need to change it, and ADI Bootcamp is going to do that. At ADI Bootcamp, we've got a real passion for the industry. We think it's failing in 4 areas. In fact, we'll go further than that. It is failing in 4 areas, and there's a 5th area as well. The first area is marketing, and that's how to attract people into your business, and the right people, and getting people's perceptions right so they know what to expect. The second part is sales, and that is picking up the phone, speaking to these people who've found your marketing and want to know more about you, and booking them onto your driving school, or onto your diary. The third part of the business are the skills of the ADI, and quite frankly, there are some good trainers out there already that are helping to improve that. And the fourth part of the business is in-car business. Okay, there's not enough driving instructors who know how to run a driving school from inside the car. At ADI Bootcamp, we're going to help you get that right. Now, if you're at that level already, brilliant. The 5th level is growth. Now, this goes to national driving schools and all those franchisors who just want to recruit instructors to have an easier life. I know there are franchisors out there who've got a good heart and they put an awful lot of time and CPD into their business and not like that. But there's not many of you. The 5th part is how to grow your business. You should not grow your business by selling out the industry 5 for 50, 10 for 100. At ADI Bootcamp,
we're looking for a type of driving instructor who wants to work with us, who's willing to invest £120 a month, not just for our knowledge and our expertise, but to work under our brand using our business infrastructure. There is no tie-in to the contract. You're not tied in for 6 or 12 or 24 months. There is a proper recruitment process because we want to find people who want to work with us permanently. That's got to be the goal. And the only way you are going to pick the phone up and say, yeah, okay, let's talk about this, is if we show you what you can be. And what we want you to be is your dream. And if your dream is to run a good school that's fair, that looks after all its customers, and when I mean the customers, I don't just mean the learners in the car, but the ADIs you recruit to work for you. If that's where you want to be, then we can be that solution. Now, I do know for a matter of fact that one national driving school has started to make changes in the way they do their business because they've seen ADI Bootcamp. How do I know? They told me. We're going to make some waves. And I'm going to make a prediction. In the not too distant future, people are going to start copying what Mark Elliott and I are doing at ADI Bootcamp. And you know what? We don't mind. In fact, we would love to see a dozen companies doing exactly the same because the end product is going to be this. It's going to start to help clean up the industry. Will it be a total and final solution? I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. But what it will do is it will help stop a number of ADIs having to pay ridiculous amounts of money through franchise fees and discounted lessons before they can even bring any cash into their own home. That issue is causing our industry so many problems. If you're interested in ADI Bootcamp, if you think that you might want to be a part of it, then get in touch with us. We're happy to listen to you and we're happy to see if we can work together. Thanks very much for your time for listening to this. Please spread the video. We know it's a little different. We're not ashamed of that. And if you've got any comments or thoughts, please bring them to us. The worst we can say is no thank you. Thanks so much for your time and take care, and I hope this week's a great one for you. All the best.